For what you are about to receive, we are the dealers. We give you everything you need. Lead to the good times, 'cause life has got the right away. You need no power. We're just living for those about to run. We salute you. For those about to run. We salute you. We rock out on the flame like a lone runner of the dew. The skies are blue and the guitar played. That's where we're right today. For those about to run, we salute you. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. We salute you. Just trying to get the phone line all set up and ready. Gotta make sure I'm up and running here. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Let's see. Got my backwards hat on, my lip ring, my nose rings. I've got my big gulp cup. I've got my dip is in, and I brought my bad attitude tonight as well. Sorry, can you notice the lighting? Notice something a little different around here? The studio has gotten a little upgrade, completely free by means. I didn't spend no money on it. It is a free upgrade, but an upgrade nonetheless. It's beautiful. I've got a sound system over here so I can take phone calls. It is Sunday, January 25th in the year of our Lord, 2026. I, of course, am your chronicler, Vinny Derry. Welcome to the Vinny Derry Show, coming to you live from FEMA Region 8. We've got a loaded show in every sense of the word tonight. It's kind of loud, huh? Soon, once I get over or through all the Bible stuff, I will be opening the phone line. So you can call in, and I'd prefer if you'd stay on these topics when you call in. It's one number, it's one line, so first come, first serve. I will be able to see who calls, and I guess keep your phone ready because I'm going to call you back in order. I mean, you can choose to answer or not answer, but I will call back the ones that missed before I reach out or answer the ones that are calling now. But I'm looking for your input on the following top stories tonight, which will include the most recent ice shooting, weather manipulation, and the ice storm that's covering the United States, and more info on Hollywood pedophiles. You can also have your addition into the Israel news and or Trump's attempts at creating the North American Union by commandeering Greenland, which throughout my studies, I mean, we're loaded here. I kind of left out the Greenland thing. I kind of hit it hard last week, so I didn't want to overdo it. But you can also bring other big stories that I may be missing to my attention. First things first, as always, let's read our Bible quotes for the week. I unfortunately missed church today. I was on a little family vacation. So I don't have any church notes. However, I do have some verses for you. So the first one we are going to go over is Galatians 1, 6 through 4. And, as always, I'm reading from the Luther Bible. Well, where's the... Yep. So, or 6 through 14. Sorry, not 6 through 4. Yeah, it's been a long weekend. All right, give me a break. We got some epic shit to cover, though. So, I am astonished that you are so quickly deserting him who called you to the grace of Christ and are turning to a different gospel, which is no gospel at all, except that some are throwing you into confusion and want to distort the gospel of Christ. TPUSA, anybody? But even if we or an angel from heaven should preach to you a gospel contrary to the one we preach to you, let him be accursed. As we have said now, so again we say, if anyone is preaching to you a gospel contrary to the one you received, let him be accursed. Am I now preaching to please men or to God? Or am I trying to please men? If I were still trying to please men, I would not be a servant of Christ. But I want you to know, brothers and sisters, that the gospel I preach is not of human origin. For I did not receive it from any man, nor was I taught it, but I was taught it by revelation from Jesus Christ. Oh, geez. Oh, there we go. Where did I leave off there? Yeah, okay. Yep. For you have heard of my conduct in Judaism in the past, how I persecuted and troubled the church of God beyond measure. I suppressed many of my peers in Judaism and was exceedingly zealous for the law of our fathers. But when it pleased God, who set me apart from my mother's womb and called me by his grace, to reveal his Son in me that I should preach him to the Gentiles, I immediately went away without consulting any man or woman. The next one is going to be from Psalm 147, 13 to 15. And this talks kind of about protecting your borders, or the protections that Christ gives you in your borders until you... I'll get into it in a minute. 13. For he makes firm the bars of your gates, and blessed your children within them. He establishes peace within your borders and satisfies you with the finest of wheat. He sends his word on the earth. His word runs swiftly. So, kind of something I had to say about here. I kind of wrote my own little piece here. Jeez. You'd think episode 30 I'd be all down and nitty gritty and ready to go, but but this is a Christian nation. By importing non-Christians, we are defiling the establishment of Christ's protection of our borders. I've got a lot to cover, so I'll just kind of leave it at that. But we're only protected as long as we withhold the word. I mean, if we're going to welcome in people that don't belong here, that don't assimilate, they don't fall in with us, then we're going to lose the protection of Christ. And then you can see that coming in. Our country's going to hell in a handbasket real fast because we've gotten rid of even the smallest bit of Christian values that we have in this country. But I guess since we're still in the biblical place, let's get some readings from the Talmud before we hit Israel news. The Israel news is pretty packed this week. All sorts of shit. So, without any ado, let's get into it. Why don't we? Yep. What's going on? Why don't I have sound? No part of Jewish culture on any level is without some sort of connection to the Talmud. The Talmud records the legal and religious discussions thousands of rabbis had over centuries until it was compiled in about 500 CE. Baba Mezia, 114b. Gentiles, goys, are not humans, they are beasts. Yebamoth, 98a. All children of Goyim are animals. Tospath Jebamoth, 84b. If you eat with a goy is the same as eating with a dog. Aboda Zara, 36b. Gentile goy girls are in a need of nida, filth, or in a state of nida, filth from birth. Aboda Zara, 36b. Gentile goy girls, or I already read that. They just repeated it. Ibn Hazar, 6-9. All non-Jewish are prostitutes. Simeon Hardison, full 56-D. When the Messiah comes, every Jew will have 2,800 Gentile slaves. Hikathakum X1. Show no mercy to the Gentiles. Sopharim 16:15. Even the best of Goy should all be killed. Abodazara 4b. A Gentile you may kill outright with your own hands. Sahedrin 59a. Murdering Gentiles is like killing wild animals. Sanhedrin 58b. If a Goy hits a Jew, he must be killed. Sanhedrin 57a. When a Jew murders a Gentile, there will be no death penalty. Bamidbar Rabbah C21. Every Jew who spills the blood of the non-Jew is doing the same as making a sacrifice to God. In Jitin 57a, Jesus is being punished in hell by sitting forever in boiling excrement. In Sanhedrin 106a, Jesus' mother was a whore. In Kala 51a, Jesus was a bastard born of adultery. The Talmud, Moed Katan 171. If a Jew is tempted to do evil, he should go to a city where he is not known and do the evil there. In Sanhedrin 43a, on the eve of Passover, Yeshu was hanged. For 40 days before the execution took place, a herald went forth and cried, "He is going to be stoned because he has practiced sorcery and enticed Israel to apostasy." In Yalkut Shimone, Isaiah section 499, in the future the Holy One, blessed be He, will bring foreigners against Edom, which is Christianity, and they will destroy them, and after that Israel will come and rule over them. Yalkut Shimone, Isaiah 60-1. The day will come when all the Christians and the Mohammedans, the Muslims, will perish. In Sanhedrin 57a, a Jew is not liable for killing a Gentile. In Jitin 57a, the best of the Gentiles, kill him. In Baba Kama 113a, it is permitted to deceive a Gentile. Sanhedrin 59a, a Gentile who engages in Torah study is liable to death. In Nidah 45a, Gentiles are not humans, they are animals. I know this is seeming to be a lot, but I'm not even going to read those. We kind of went over it. I don't want to waste too much time on it. I just that's not my not my greatest ally. I don't know if you can hear that or not. If somebody be willing to let me know if you can hear it, I'd appreciate it. So let's see. With that, let's get into Israel news. There, that's a little lie. All right. Gaza ceasefire and hostage developments. Uh, Israel has stated it will allow a limited reopening of the Rafah crossing. Only after this search effort concludes and Givili's remains are returned. The family of Givili has publicly urged the government not to reopen the crossing prematurely. U.S. envoys have met with Israeli officials to discuss Gaza's future governance and the ceasefire's next stages. There are reports of continued Israeli military activity in Gaza, including strikes and operations that have resulted in Palestinian casualties. Lebanon. The IDF continues targeted strikes in Lebanon against Hezbollah infrastructure and commanders. Recent actions include killing a Hezbollah commander in a strike, airstrikes in southern Lebanon in the Bekaa Valley, resulting in at least 1 or 2 deaths. Internal Israeli matters include Knesset discussions of the 2026 state budget. Broader humanitarian concerns in Gaza persist, with reports of aid restrictions, health crises, whatever. So not a lot. Not a lot. I guess one little thing that Mike Adams talked about this week that I didn't put into my notes is um, just think of the amount of dead bodies, just carcasses, that while they turn Israel into, or not Israel, while they turn Gaza into the next top of the line vacation spot, think of how many dead bodies are just going to be rolling all over the place. They're just going to be building right on top of dead bodies. I don't know if you've heard anything about like ancient Indian burial grounds. Yeah, you might be looking about the same thing here. But I'm sure Trump will give you a discount if you ask him to clean it up, right? So then we have a nice little piece here of Google Trend searches spiking for the latest ICE victim. Uh, yeah, so the latest ICE victim. Let's check this out, huh? Let's turn it up a little bit.
And it was shot and killed by ICE in Minnesota today. Search from within Israel on December 22nd. Nice little spike there. The only thing that I noticed was that they didn't scrub this one, right? The 90-day filter, but they scrubbed
Alex Pretty
the year, the 6-month filter
on January 3rd.
The 4-year filter, but not that one. So I don't know. Somebody want to help me figure this out?
Seems to be an ongoing trend, doesn't it? They did the same thing with that good chick.
To clarify, this is Google Trends. I had a lot of people asked me last time, what is that? What does it do? You can search from, basically you put a search criteria in there and see where and when it was searched from. So yeah, you change the filter to any country, you change the time period.
Yeah, learn it. You can do it yourself.
Like look yourself up. Might be surprised. Why was the man that was shot?
You can do it yourself. That's the beauty of doing this show, is I'm not telling you or showing you anything that you can't go and research or look at yourself. The entire point of my show is to teach you how to do that and to open your eyes. And if you don't fucking like what I have to say, go research it. And if I'm wrong, tell me. You can look, do it yourself. Everybody likes to doom scroll. Everybody's on their phone constantly, 24/7. You see it in the workplace. You see it everywhere. Why don't you use that for something productive, right? All right. So here's another one. This is interesting, huh? Now this I can't promise that it's legit. Okay, it comes from legitimate sources. I've checked it in many different places. But how about we have a little listen to about what Trump had to say about the Epstein files?
Not releasing the Epstein files.
Not releasing the Epstein files. Fuck Marjorie Taylor Greene. I don't care what you do. Start a fucking war. Just don't let them get them out. If I go down, I'm taking all of you down with me. Remember last week? Remember last week or the week before when I told you that I don't have it up? I can't keep bringing it up. But in the latest Epstein drop, there is actually a document talking about a 13-year-old that was impregnated, and Donald Trump was there for her for the killing of the baby. No, it's just a court case. Maybe it's not true. I don't know. But, I mean, it's in the new Epstein drop. It feels like somebody just kind of slipped it in there. You know what I mean? We're going to do a quick little drop here on let's do all the way at the top. What is Loxism? Loxism is the Jews' hatred not merely of Gentiles, but specifically of white people. Loxism is the most powerful form of racial hatred on the planet, and yet it is never mentioned by the mainstream news media. I wonder why. Because fuck white people, right? You're just supposed to hate yourself because you're white. Even though we're only like 8% of the world's population, you'd think that we're all of it. No, we're not. So anyway, IDF soldiers. Shit. Where the hell are we here? IDF soldiers. Oh my gosh. I might just let that one go. I gotta get this running. I gotta try to open up the phone lines here soon. Oh, here we go. Here we go. If this doesn't piss you off, it most definitely should. Okay? And as soon as we get out of Israel news here, I will tell you the phone number. I'll put it up on the screen, I guess. And you can call in. And hopefully I can get a couple people at least. But here we go.
Sorry. Let me make sure I have this correct.
So the U.S. proposed a bill to give IDF soldiers benefits in the United States.
My 3-year-old child, went without health insurance for like 6 to 8 months this past year because I couldn't afford the health insurance policy under my job because it was going to be like $600 something a month. 600 and something fucking dollars a month for if we got sick. Right? To keep me from going fucking bankrupt in case an accident happened or some shit, right? I couldn't afford it. You can't just insure your children, right? You have to insure your children.
Health insurance is a scam.
$6,000 a month, right? Just paying out of pocket nearly $300 every time she got sick.
You know what isn't a scam? Is
so she got sick.
Just taking good care of your health so you don't have to have the doctor to fix every little fucking little problem you have.
To one, not only allow for protection of IDF soldiers
Protections.
full citizenship. I wonder why the fuck they would need protection.
So they get military lawyers.
Right? Not only that, but benefits.
And benefits.
Military grade benefits. Veteran grade benefits in the United States of America for serving in a foreign country.
Are you good with that?
Fucking shitty.
You good with that? I'm not. I'm a veteran. The care I get is fucking garbage. Like, most veterans don't even use it because it's so worthless. Anyway, let's get into the last one here, huh? We're gonna get into the Holocausts, the actual Holocausts by ethnic Jews. So we've got the Russian Holocaust by Lev Bronstein Trotsky, the Ukrainian Holocaust by Lazar Kaganovich, the Kazakh Holocaust, Philippe, I don't even know, Armenian Holocaust, Talat Pasha. In the Holodomor, 16 to 20 million Ukrainians starved to death between 1920 and 1933, perpetuated by communist Khazarians. Uh, all organizers of this event are dead. There's no point in looking into this. But one thing that you need to be sensitive about is not to link the Holodomor with the Holocaust. Be careful that it not be linked as your genocide over our genocide, because that would be counterproductive. And this is by other Khazarians talking about why they don't talk about it. The world continues to pay reparations to the Khazarians. This is from the Holocaust. And Holocaust denial results in imprisonment in many countries, soon to be the United States as well, if we keep letting ourselves go down this road. And I have one more fun one. Holy shit, I spent a half hour on Israel. I gotta work on that, huh?
We've been doing this for thousands and thousands of years, down to Adam's time. We take the children of our enemy, which is the white race, and we bring them to the basements in the synagogue, where we drain the blood and watch them die there. We mix it with the Passover bread, and so we eat the blood of our enemies. And the bodies, we give them to the slaughterhouses, and those are pounds and pounds and pounds of meat that we grind up in the sausage and the hamburger, and that's why we made those the most popular thing, sausage for breakfast and hamburger for lunch. And so all the Goyim out here are really eating the children. And even when we say this outright and tell you people, you don't believe us.
That's cute, isn't it? Why do you think I've been warning you about McDonald's and all the other garbage foods that they've been giving us? Why do you think I do that? Why do you think I do that? So anyway, oh, do I have a pen here? Shit, sorry. Okay, so the number to call in is, write this down now, 484-828-4669. 484-82-Vinny. Right here. The phone line is up and running. If anybody has anything to say, some input, anything like that, I could see tonight probably turn it into a 2-hour show. You can call in at any point, and I will answer. You can be live on air with me, and we can just shoot the shit. Yep, so we're up and running. Oh my god. Right down here. Okay, got it. I don't need to do that. Alright. So there's the number. So I'm just going to keep on going. Yeah, if anybody has something to say, if you don't want to interrupt, you can text the number first, and I will call you as soon as I get right off the topic. But anyway, on to the next topic, and it's not related at all to everything I just covered in the first half hour. Holy shit. In the first half hour is Hollywood and famous pedophiles, brought to you by Isaac Cappy and the pedos themselves. So we're going to do a nice little dump here. It's going to be fast moving. We're going to go from one right into the next one. Let's see. Get into Cappy 4.
To me, this is where we keep the children. All right, they're the top floor in that Malibu house.
was covered in stuffed animals. There was a room with a bunch of bunk beds. At dinner, mind you, after that experience, I tried to block it out and just laugh it off because it's hard because you trust these people. I love them. I love them so much. I love them. And then a month later,
Tom Hanks and Seth
tells
Green.
me at the dinner table, we need to have a talk about chicken. And in case you're not aware, chicken is pedophile.
Seth Green is the one that wanted to talk to him about chicken.
I don't know what more data people want. We have like tons of cult state imagery that was on their Instagram, which have since gone private. We have, he told me he was a pedophile. There's a secret room. There's like stuffed animals up to me. This is where we keep the children.
Yeah.
Right? They're the top.
Gotta remember, Isaac Cappy was suicided after releasing all these. So let's get into this one. Showing that basically all of them are on the same team, let's get into Hunter Biden, huh?
Did I allow anybody to steal that pride from me?
Here you go. Look. Look at that. Do those girls look like they are of age? Do they look like they're of age?
Talk about this is the reason your laptop never saw the light of fucking day, or about how this is why.
Look at that. Oh, whoops. Dang it.
Or about how this is why you and your dad.
Look at that. Probably 15 at most.
Fucking prison. I know about your island right next to Epstein's.
Yeah, and he had an island right next to Epstein Island.
Dude, that's why you're on your nationwide publicity tour. Spoiler alert. All of us can see through it, you fucking monster.
Did I allow?
Yeah. And yet all these other podcasts are inviting Hunter Biden on to cover his own ass. Why would we do that? Why has he not even been... He's still walking around. He's still rich as fuck. You know, presidential pardons should only go so far. No, here's Isaac Cappy again.
By the way, I'll just fucking out it. Jim Carrey called me up last week. I talked to him for 5.5 hours. He's like begging me to like get a deal with you. Like he's afraid of the fucking brackets. Like, and it's just like yammering on crap, but like not owning up or doing anything fucking meaningful.
It's literally all of them, ladies and gentlemen.
Guys, you're fucking cowards. You're going down. You're gonna fucking die. That's it. You're gonna die. If you ate kids,
they're not. You are. Unfortunately.
You cannot fucking live. But what I'll tell you that you can do is possibly save your soul. You can save your soul, and I can help you.
Come out and admit it. Say it. Fuck it. Face what you've done.
But I think you can get it back. You're gonna fucking die though. That's it. By the way, I'll just fucking out it. Jim Carrey called me up last week. I talked to.
So there's that. And like I already said, don't forget that Isaac Cappy was suicided shortly after this. I think it was like a 2-month stint of him releasing these videos. Finally, they said, fuck it, we've had enough. And if you have seen the last video before he was offed, you can tell that it's not the same person. Like, he knows people are after him. So without wasting any time here, let's get into Chrissy Teigen. Let's see. This is a tweet, okay? Johnny and I are on our way to the Hollydale. Karina Belanoff is serving a nice 4-year-old cheese pizza with adrenochrome. Chrissy Teigen. Seeing little girls do the splits half naked is just, I want to put myself in jail. Hashtag toddlers and tiaras. And then later on, somebody, Jet17, or IET17, reposted a whole bunch of pieces of pizza. And she said, I am going to jail over pizza. And we got, let's see here. Always weirds me out how strong little toddlers something can look, and I aware of how absolutely disturbing that sounds. Uh, Belly and a shirt with a small sexy toddler on it saying something, duh, retweet at Chad whoever. What does a guy wear to a toddlers and tiaras party? Then again, she would say, I want pizza. Then she said, Brad Pitt just handed us pizza. And she said, I woke up this morning with a pizza on my chest and ranch dressing all over me. So if you think I'm too good for this, you are sadly mistaken. Pedophiles delight, toddlers and tiaras, star 4.